Tonight we bring you the inside story from the lawyer who first stood up against Jeffrey Epstein, Spencer Coven of Gold Law. Coven not only represented some of Epstein's earliest victims but also personally deposed Epstein in court. His account reveals shocking details about how Epstein operated and how powerful figures helped shield him. According to Coven, the first deposition set the tone. Epstein was asked about a sworn police affidavit that described his body in detail, including a mole on his anatomy. Rather than answer, Epstein angrily stormed out of the room. A judge sanctioned him for that stunt, forcing him to sit for multiple depositions. During those sessions, Epstein repeatedly invoked the Fifth Amendment, refusing to answer nearly every question related to underage girls, sex trafficking, or his associates. He only admitted to the most basic facts: his name, his birth date, and his residence. Coven explains that his strategy was deliberate: antagonize Epstein, play to his arrogance, and pressure him into slipping up. At one point, Coven even held up items seized from Epstein's mansion: sex toys, oils, and lingerie, identical to those found by police. Epstein, visibly uncomfortable, still refused to break character. The timeline of the case is crucial. It began in 2006 when a 14-year-old girl and her parents reported Epstein's abuse to Palm Beach police. Investigators quickly uncovered a disturbing pattern: high school girls being dropped off by taxi at Epstein's mansion, where they were coerced into sexual activity. The police built a strong case, but the state attorney declined to prosecute. Outraged, Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Reiter handed the case to the FBI. The FBI opened a federal investigation. Agents interviewed more than 40 victims, and by 2007 they had drafted a 54-count indictment, one that could have put Epstein away for life. But in a shocking turn, that indictment was abandoned. Instead, prosecutors quietly struck a secret plea deal. Victims and their lawyers weren't told until the deal was finalized in court. Epstein pled guilty to minor state charges, served just 13 months in a local jail, and was granted work release that let him leave 6 days a week. Coven says this was no accident. It was power protecting power. Epstein's operation wasn't just him alone, it was a network. Women like Ghislaine Maxwell, Sarah Kellen, and Nadia Marcinkova recruited vulnerable girls. Many victims were told they could earn money or even modeling opportunities. Epstein flaunted his ties to powerful men, including Victoria's Secret founder Les Wexner, to build trust and lure new victims. Donald Trump too was long associated with Epstein. Although he later claimed distance, Trump himself recently admitted that Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most well-known accusers, was recruited while she worked at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort as a minor. Coven was sharply critical of Ghislaine Maxwell's recent testimony. He called her a pathological liar, who downplayed her role and painted herself as a victim. He also blasted the questioning by Trump's attorney Todd Blanche, describing it as a whitewash that failed to hold her accountable or press her with the evidence that exists. When it comes to the records, Coven rejects the claim that only 33,000 documents exist. He insists there are far more. Among the material he believes is still hidden: dozens of FBI victim interviews, surveillance footage from Epstein's Manhattan mansion and his private island, phone logs and message pads that documented requests from powerful men seeking young girls, and most significantly, the unfiled 54-count federal indictment that the Justice Department quietly buried. Coven's conclusion is stark. Jeffrey Epstein was not just a predator. He was part of a system designed to serve wealthy, powerful men. Many of those men remain unnamed, uncharged, and protected. And until the government releases the full evidence, justice for the victims